Hi everyone, welcome to today's edition of the E-volve podcast. My name is Adewumi. You have a friend or you have friends, I believe, and you have friends that you acquired just by the way, sometimes and meeting at events, sometimes at school, in some gathering, social gathering. We acquire friends almost every day or every other time. And it seems so easy to get to become acquainted with people or to have friends. So friendship is actually free. However, it comes at a very huge cost. And that's the thrust of today's discussion. What is the cost of friendship? For every friend you have, you invest time. If you are not investing time, you are investing money. If you are not investing money, you are investing emotion. If you are not investing emotion, you are investing loyalty. So there is an investment that goes into every friendship. So friendship is not cheap, even though it may be free. And so that's why we are looking at the topic today, the cost of friendship. Now, the question is, what is your friendship costing you? Have you sat down to look at what exactly you are gaining or benefiting or you are losing from the friendship or the friendships that you have? There are three dimensions of the cost of friendship that we'll look at today. The first one, there are other dimensions, but we'll limit ourselves to these three because of time. The first one is the financial dimension, and every friendship costs you something financial. And then the second one is emotional dimension. And then the third one is what we call the growth dimension. Growth dimension. Let's take the first one. What's the financial dimension of friendship? Friendship would definitely give you reasons to spend. The friend is having birthday on some occasions, you want to spend, you want to show that you appreciate that person as a friend, or there might even be need. There are times that the friend will need a need, and then you have to contribute, you have to support, you have to show that you are there to support that friend. So there is a cost financially. However, you need to weigh that cost. Does that friendship, does it represent a source of funding opportunity for you, and which is symbiotic, both of you are benefiting from it? Or is it a constant source of financial drain where every time, the only time the friend remembers you is when there is a challenge, and then you are always there to block or to support or to plug that hole? Is that the kind of friendship you have? You need to check that. There's a financial cost attached to that friendship. So that's on the finance part. There's also the emotional part. We invest emotion into people. We invest emotion into relationship, especially friendship. Does your friendship, does it give you pressure or does it give you peace? If you are always under pressure because of your relationship with some friends, you need to watch it. You are being drained emotionally. You are being drained gradually, and it will get to a point you will not be able to give anything again. So friendships can either drain you emotionally, or it can either also add to you emotionally. It's like you are depositing or you are taking. So if a friendship is always taken away from you, a point will come when that emotional bank, will run out of deposit, and then there won't be anything to take away again. So check it. There's also emotional cost. The third cost, of course, is the growth cost. Most people do not realize this. Do you shrink yourself to the level of your friendship? You are actually supposed to be big like this, or you are supposed to have gone like this, but because of the friends you have around you, you have to keep slowing yourself down. You have to keep pacing yourself so that you do not go beyond the pace of your friends. You are shrinking yourself to fit into the level of your friend. That's a growth cost. It's costing you opportunity to grow. So these three dimensions of cost to friendship, you must always weigh it in the line of, do I need to continue to invest myself in this relationship, or do I need to start divesting myself gradually from this relationship? Or do I need to have a sit down talk with this person to say, oh boy, we need to, things are not balanced. This thing has to be balanced. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Sit the person down and then to have a down to earth talk and say, this is a reality. I'm not feeling your contribution into this relationship. So those are the three dimensions. And you must also be careful for friends that do not grow, but they just cling to you because they don't grow and they are afraid of losing you. They try to cling to you and hold you down. You have to be careful of such friendship. You also have to be careful of friends that do not support, but they try to compete with you in everything you do. Rather than supporting you when you are about embarking on something or taking a project on, what they then do is also go start the same line of project to start competing with you. Be careful of such friends. They would harm you. They would do more harm than good to you. And also be careful of friends that do not celebrate your successes. They grumble, they are jealous, they are envious of your successes. Be careful. The more friends you have, actually, the likelihood that you have more enemies, because most enemies are formerly friends. I'd like to advise people, keep your circle of friends very small, and also make sure that those friends, as they are investing into you, you are investing into them. So that when they waste the cost of friendship with you, they don't have to take a decision to say, I need to sever this relationship. And then as I begin to round up, I would also challenge you to be careful that loyalty to a friend or loyalty to friendship should not mean self-abandonment. You should not be loyal to the point of abandoning yourself. Loyalty has a boundary. You should have a boundary. Don't become so loyal such that you are blind and you are deliberately sabotaging your own self. Also, don't allow historical context or historical contribution of a friend to your life to hold you back to settle in a dysfunctional relationship where one party is always the taker, the other party is always the giver. Ensure you don't fall into that trap, because it's been good to me, she's been good to me, but you see that this is becoming what's the word, is becoming dysfunctional, is becoming abusive, is becoming one-sided, but you keep tolerating because you don't want to be seen to be betraying. Check it. Let there be a boundary. And that leads me to the last point: set healthy boundaries. There's nothing wrong with setting healthy boundaries, because boundaries restrict access. When you have unrestricted access to anyone's life, you are likely to abuse that access. Same thing when somebody has unrestricted access to your life, there might be abuse. So let there be boundaries, healthy boundaries that you set. And then boundaries don't destroy friendship. It doesn't destroy real friendship. Boundaries actually expose fragile relationships. Saying no to boundaries. Saying no is not betrayal. Closing point now. Saying no, learning how to say no is not betrayal. 2, growth changes dynamics. As you are growing, some friends will naturally drop off because they can't cope with your level of growth again. They will drop off. Don't force them to stay in your life. If you have outgrown a relationship, move on. Some friends will not be in your life forever. Not every friend is meant for every season. There are seasons of life where some friends would have finished playing their role. Don't drag them in to continue to play a role they are not suited or developed or capable of playing. My closing point tonight is that the essence of this conversation is not for you to start cutting off friendship. It's for you to actually sit down and count the cost of your friendship. Choose friendships that cost your growth, not your peace. Choose friendship that will challenge you to grow and is not costing you your peace. Those are the kind of friendships you should keep, not friendship that is putting you under pressure. My final question to you is that, what is your friendship costing you? That friendship, that relationship, what exactly is it costing you? I'll leave you here for tonight. We'll see you again next week. And until then, Stay blessed. Bye.